What's up, folks? We're back. It's me and Brett, FX, IMS, and it's the Gaming Grid's 5v5 Domination Tournament, the New Year's Bash. 1,500 bones, dollars, clams, moolah, all on the line for the winners. And as Brett said earlier, $100 to the MVP of the finals. But we're only in round 3 right now. It's on Paracel Storm. We got a doozy of a match for you guys. Bottom Frag against Vivacity, two pretty strong North American teams, especially Bottom Frag, as we commented on earlier. Vivacity a bit untested. Bottom Frag going to be that perfect test for them. Will they be able to get over the hump and move on, or will Bottom Frag prove their dominance? What do you think, Brett?
Right now, I'm going to be giving the edge to Bottom Frag. I think that they've been playing a wide range of players, teams, and they're kind of the more well-rounded team out there at the moment for US. And I think that Vivacity, while they are a very, very good team, from when I have seen them, they seem to be a little bit more of a run and gun style, which definitely doesn't hurt in domination, but sometimes they do it just a little bit too reckless. So we'll see how they come out in this particular round. Now, I will say this, though. Running and gunning does work on this map quite well, as we've seen in our previous matches, to where there's a lot of flag hopping. But to be honest with you, we kind of expect it on this map, how open it is, how the spawns are set up. There's not a whole lot of hard lanes like there are on, let's say, a Dawnbreaker or Lockers. Or even like Gold Mud Railway. So I would expect a very close match from both of these teams, but I am giving the slight edge to Bottom Frag.
And I'm inclined to agree with you, Brett. I think both on the fragging and teamwork front, Bottom Frag is just going to be slightly superior. Not just overwhelmingly better, just slightly superior to Vivacity, although they could potentially prove us wrong on the teamwork front. As we've seen before, you don't necessarily have to completely out-frag the other team in order to win, especially on a map like this where you can flag hop. But there does reach a point where the fragging difference or just the overall slaying power is too much to overcome, and you simply cannot win against a better team.
Yeah, absolutely. But we'll see what comes down, because like I said before, they both have they're both really good teams. They both have some really good fraggers on each of their teams. So it'll be interesting to see what comes out of this. I know from practicing against these guys, Longwill on Vivacity is a very, very good player. In fact, he has shot me many a times while scrimming against him. So it'll be interesting to see what he comes out with. And then on Bottom Frag team, I got to give a shout out to Cold and Sickwit, who have both just completely molested me in previous scripts while I played. So I don't know if it was just the particular spots I was playing in or what, but they were owning me left, right, and center. So definitely some good players on both of these teams. Tailspin is also a really good player. Very, very good player. So we'll see what happens out of this. Uni, I do know. I played with him back in the Team Reddit days, back when we were putting that whole thing together, which was really, really fun back in BF3. So very, very excited to see him on a team that is doing well and constantly out there. So yeah, it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, I'm extremely excited for this. 15 seconds on the countdown. It's round 2 on Paracel Storm, Vivacity against Bottom Frag. We're going to see the breakouts here on this map. We do have Bottom Frag on the Chinese or red side. If you're looking at the map here, Vivacity on the US blue side. They're going to go for Charlie with 1 and potentially a split, and that is what we're seeing. We're seeing a 2-2 split for Alpha. Bravo, we've got Long Will and Uni heading beach side. We got Epic 3D and Psyched immediately making it up into the building. But we do have Clorox moving up into the crate and closing the door to take control of Alpha. It does look like Goodspeed is taking control of Bravo, and just like that, we do have a 2-flag hold for Bottom Frag, taking control of Alpha and Bravo and looking to set up a line. But interesting to see Sickwit so far back on the right side towards the beach at Alpha Frag.
I actually kind of like that spot right there. It really makes it so that you cannot get outflanked on that side. A lot of times you'll see the U.S. team, whoever spawns U.S., flank 2 guys down into that trench area. And actually, Uni coming out on top of that exchange against Sickwit, that long-range battle going back and forth.
There's
and then
another one
trying to go around the side to get a flank. So nice job there from Vivacity. And this is the spot that I was talking about. They like to get behind in this initial trench line get all the frags that they possibly can onto A flag, and then get the burn. And we're going to be seeing a possible triple there. No, they were able to clean that up. Powell getting taken down from B flag. So now the 2 flag advantage is obviously going to be switching back to the favor of Vivacity. So we should be seeing a push from bottom frag up in the C here in just a few moments. Is Cold getting a really nasty spawn way in the back of the map over there towards the behind B.
Yeah, it's not a great spot, and interesting enough, Vivacity is not content to stick on those 2 flags. We do have Powell and Epic moving in from the White House, south of Bravo, already on the burn. He's got to watch the balcony shots. It does look like he's in good position. Nade out. Oh! He picked the wrong time to throw a nade and took a face full of bullets from, I believe that was Good Speed. And meanwhile, it looks like Charlie is going to be taken, so just like that, it looks like Bottom Frag is going to be in position to be set up pretty well to hold Bravo and Charlie here. Nice spread by them thus far, but we see a 3-man blitz onto Charlie. It's Clorox all on his lonesome. He does go down, and Vivacity with a very nice rotation, looking to try to take control of C, but it's going to be Powell on his lonesome getting the revive. They're coming quick. It's another rotation by Monster 5. That's Good Speed. He sees Powell. Can he take him down? He does. That's 1 down. He's got a teammate with him. Nades all over the place. Looks like Epic goes down. Powell got revived by Epic, took him out. It's a massive battle on Charlie. I think it's 2, maybe 3 guys left. But no, yeah, Vivacity wins the battle there.
The fact that Vivacity was able to clean that up is going to be huge, because now we're going to be seeing Bottom Frag basically playing from behind now, as B is going to be getting grayed out here in just a few moments by Longwill. And they really kind of miscalculated there. They should have left 1 guy at least back by B to kind of be as a safety when they are attacking C flag. Now, wow, Powell with a nice save there on the backside, going to be able to take out Clorox. Sickwit, though, is going to be cleaning him up. So now we are going to be seeing C and A being into the favor of Bottom Frag, but they're not set up to really hold anything here. We do have a back spawn over here by Clorox. It's going to be over here through 4, so he could potentially be the guy that's going to be helping save A, but Uni already spawned back over to A trenches. We'll be able to burn that flag here pretty soon.
Yes, and an extremely close game thus far. Only about a 20-ticket difference, 170 to 150 in favor of Bottom Frag. And we're seeing an extremely fast-paced battle on the Bravo flag at this point. I believe both teams have 2 guys dedicated to that flag, and they get on that burn quickly, as really no team has held on to it for very long, as you see it get used again. We got Sickwit on there. The Vivacity Psych was set up in a good position to cover, but gets taken down from a nice shot. The Powell is there. Johnny on the spot to get the revive. Turns. Can he take out one? No, he can't quite take him down, and he gets flanked from behind, and it's a nice double kill by, I believe that was Sickwit, to maintain control of Bravo and Charlie. And again, we see Bottom Frag set up really well to hold these flags. Vivacity going to have to punch through, as they are bleeding tickets fast.
Yeah, but we are going to be seeing a really good spawn over here from Vivacity, going to be at the backside of C flag, with nobody there from Bottom Frag to do anything about it. On to C, they are going to be losing that flag right now. But we will be seeing a possible 2-man push over here onto A. The only one back there is going to be Uni, though he has been a really good anchor for his team so far. In past matches, we have seen him play this backside quite a bit. Going to be getting some spawns off on him, so they should be able to at least cause some damage over there onto that A flag. At the same time, though, Bottom Frag committing all 3 of their remaining players up into C flag.
Yeah, so multiple rotations, 2 guys towards Alpha, perhaps to draw some fire and some support, which did happen as Uni had a guy spawn on him. But meanwhile, headed 3 strong up the far side towards Charlie, and it doesn't look like Good Speed. Oh, no, excuse me, that's Good Speed already took control. That's Vivacity that got a 3-man spawn back there, and they're going to quickly take control of Charlie, and it's Good Speed who doesn't even know that they are there. He's going to turn around and probably eat a face full of bullets from 3 players. There's a silent shot from Epic 3D shooting through the fence there. Looks like they do take him out, and they have control of C. But Bottom Frag doing a nice job with their rotations, holding control of Alpha and Bravo, and extended their lead to 50 tickets at this point, so the largest lead of the match thus far between these 2.
Yeah, I really like the way Vivacity played that out. They didn't get too scared there. They waited over her onto A. They got a couple of more spawns going on. That was Longwill and Uni once again over there onto the A flag, was able to wait until Bottom Frag pulled off of A flag, and then they jumped on there, got a quick kill, and then got the cap for themselves really quick. And now they're going to be going for a 3 cap of their own with Uni sitting over here trying to defend A.
Yeah, Uni doing a nice job over there, but eventually just getting overwhelmed when they send multiple people over to Alpha, as we do see it go under the control of Bottom Frag. But meanwhile, Vivacity, nice job of taking control of Bravo and Charlie. Charlie, though, looks open, although Bottom Frag is getting the back B spawns. That's Cold and Sickwit. Let's see what these two guys can make of it. They're probably going to make a push into the back of Bravo. Playing a bit slow with it. Cold letting his teammates move out in front of him as he covers from a Hicklit's position, although Sickwit does go down from the balcony, and that's the second kill by, it looks like, Vivacity Powell. Let's watch from his perspective. He's got a nice overlooking position to their spawns. Going to be tough for them to break through as he is actually watching over towards C now. And this is what Vivacity needs. They need to hold on to this burn for a while now as they've already whittled away 20 of that 50-ticket lead.
Yeah, and I would imagine that as soon as you see C start to burn down here in just a second, you're going to be seeing a spawn on Uni here, as well as a push over here onto that A burn. And yeah, there it is. There's that spawn in, like we were saying, onto Uni. And now they are going to be pushing down into that A flag at the moment. But they're going to be switching basically C and B. No! Wow, that was huge there. Who was that over there for Bottom Frag, able to get 2 kills? That's going to be Sickwit, who was holding on for his team, able to get 3 total and stop that A push. That was huge for his team, able to secure a 3-cap there for just a few moments, and just, I mean, really did a great job of wiping that team out, forcing them over onto that C burn. And now Bottom Frag is going to be able to set up a nice line over here on this A-B setup.
Yeah, and that's got to be a little disheartening if you're Vivacity to have one guy make such a clutch play, Sickwit with the 3-kill over there in between Alpha and Bravo to maintain control and hold on to that 3-cap for them. Alpha and Bravo now, but Vivacity is making a huge committed push towards Bravo with 4 strong. They do have Longwheel up in the building. Look like he's trying to take Sickwit from behind. Opts for the machine gun kill, not the knife. That's the smart play there, although the knife is the flashier one. He's up on the balcony. Looks like he's got another shot on Tailspin. That's 2 down for Longwheel. This is a great position for him to be in to cover his teammates to make a move on a Bravo, which hopefully they're going to do, although Epic, he's bypassing the flag. Him and Powell are not getting on that Bravo burner. I don't understand it because Longwheel is in perfect position to cover them right now.
Yeah, and it does look like Vivacity, though, just still on this back foot here. They're playing from behind consistently. While they are going to be able to get on the B flag, they're losing C. And, you know, really that has a really big effect on the way you play this map, or any map, actually, on basically the psychological effect on it, as they are not able really to get ahead at all. They're not holding on to anything. They have to make a stand over here onto B flag, as we're seeing Bottom Frag shifting all of their players down onto B. They're going to be spreading out really nice. I like that. Sickwit going right out into A flag, going to try and stand off on this one-on-one against Psyched and try and hold on for his team here. Psyched already going to be very low in health.
Cold with a nasty double kill over there. It just seems like every time, like you said, Vivacity tries to get some momentum, they're getting outsmarted by Bottom Frag. They're right ahead of them. The rotations are a lot faster. As we do see Vivacity finally take control of A, but just like that, there's a 3-man rotation by Bottom Frag over onto Bravo. So they're just going to flip it on them, take control of Bravo and Charlie, and if you're Vivacity, you gotta be disappointed at this point. You need to get them down below that 100-ticket mark to get it into something manageable going into round 2. They certainly have a chance to get this team, even potentially in this round, although that is slipping away quickly as they are under the burn.
Yep, we are going to be seeing Vivacity once again going to be pressured over here onto A. We are seeing Cold going to be way out wide over there, and he will be able to catch one. Ooh, only clips him. No, he will be able to take out Psych. So he could potentially push onto A here, which it is what he is doing right now. And they are going to be able to pressure this, trying to go for that 3-cap once again. And Vivacity, they just can't get anything going, and a lot of it has to do with their positioning. They're not able to hold any of their spots. And if you look at the KDs right now, I mean, really, all of Bottom Frag are doing well. They're all holding their own. We look over here onto Vivacity side of things. Uni and Epic, they're not really getting the best of engagement, especially Epic, who's now 4-17. You just can't do that, you know, this far into a tournament. You have to get some frags. You have to get something going. You can't be going that negative and expect to do well in this event.
Yeah, in a closely contested game like this, every single frag is going to count because it's going to come down to those individual engagements. As we saw Sickwit earlier with a 3-piece on his own. That's the type of stuff you need to get those clutch plays in a match like this. And as you said, Brett, Epic 3D having a rough one. I'll give Uni a bit of a pass because he has, for the most part, he was playing that A position over there all in his lonesome for quite a while. But at the same time, he has moved on too and needs to step it up a bit. Now, Brett, on a map like this, do you think there's any strategy to perhaps weapon choice?
Well, right now, Vivacity, though, I'll get to that in a second, but Vivacity had a chance there for a second to really soak a lot of tickets off of this bottom frag team. They had possession of C and B there for a second. They will be able to get a hold of A flag. Now they just cleaned up C, so once again, they're going to have that 2 flag advantage again, and they have 20 tickets left. This is actually a lot of tickets to play with here, and they can burn a lot down from bottom frag. Now, unfortunately, they just lost 2 players onto A flag, so if they can have some really good rotations, and they did not decide to go onto B. That was Epic who tried to flank out to A and save that flag. So now they had their chance and they lost it. I do not see them coming back from this. By the time they get to a position to actually cap a flag, it's going to be way too late, as we are seeing already Longwell going down, as well as Powell. So, yeah, this is going to be it, guys. And so good game for bottom frag on that first round.
Yeah, very nice rotation by them. They actually had a couple guys spawn on the beach side at Alpha. One guy was there. He was patient, waited for his teammate to spawn, and then they made a move on to A, took control of it to maintain the burn to close out the final 10 tickets. And like you said, Vivacity had a huge opportunity there with 20 tickets remaining in control of the 2 flag burn to perhaps whittle some of these 86 tickets down, but instead they will have quite the deficit going into round 2. And like you said, they're definitely going to have to step it up in the fragging department to get over the hump against bottom frag, because their rotations, their teamwork is just much more crisp, much more fluid than is Vivacity at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. And props out there to Sikwit going 22-7 in that matchup. So nice job there. Cold going 17-8. Definitely helping out their teams going big. But yeah, absolutely. They need to be rotating a lot better. They need to be winning they were not winning almost any of their team fights, and they have to start winning their team fights. Their one-on-ones, obviously they were losing the majority of their one-on-ones, but Psychwood really was the only one that was doing anything at all in that regard. But in terms of your gun choices, really it comes down to preference. If you like bursting with the Scar H, it is a beast of a gun, has a hell of a lot of damage that it can deal out in a very short amount of time. But you have to be right on your target. You only have 20 rounds with it, and it's a slow rate of fire. Whereas you can spray a little bit more with the Ace and the Ace 25. You can spray a little bit more, don't do as much damage, but the rate of fires are a lot higher. And then the AEK, you really don't see a whole lot on this particular map just because it's not in close quarters.
Indeed,
AEKs are really... Yeah, you're really seeing a lot more AEK action on the locker style maps, Dawnbreaker, stuff like that, where it's really, really close in fighting. Yeah, so I believe right now you're probably going to be seeing more Ace and Scar play on this map.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. The Scar is what I would lean towards. I favor the increased damage and the increased accuracy. It's very easy if you tap fire, as you said, Brett, to be on target with multiple shots, but you have to be wary of the shorter clip and the reload time. You don't want to get caught with your pants down or in a close engagement with that type of gun. So 5 seconds remain, and moving into round 2 of this map, bottom frag in the lead over Vivacity by 86 tickets. So let's see how Vivacity responds. Backs against the wall if they want to move on in this tournament.
Yeah, and we are seeing a big push there from bottom frag into B flag. That's what I was saying before, as they're the first team, actually, that I have said that's a possibility, and they're going to be pushing right into that B flag, trying to cap that right from the get-go, which I do love that strat, to be able to take those 2 flags very, very fast. And there it is, bottom frag able to cap B out right now, not putting any pressure over there onto that A flag. They do have 2 players from Vivacity back behind, and it looks like Vivacity was able to clean that out. So now they are going to be contesting B flag.
Yeah, it was a nice aggressive push by bottom frag. Sikwit getting on the flag and taking control of it. Couldn't quite get the 2-piece as Vivacity responded in kind. They're extremely aggressive, are both teams, in getting onto this Bravo burn. They don't waste any time sending 1 and even 2 guys up there, because I believe they have other players that are dedicated to get into those overlooked positions in the opposing buildings on either side to get that look over on Bravo while their teammates cap it. So we do see Goodspeed taking control of it for his team. Vivacity Powell kind of hovering on the outskirts, perhaps waiting on a spawn from his teammate to make a move, as he knows that bottom frag is lurking.
Yeah, and we are going to be seeing Vivacity pushing up onto C flag. We'll be able to get the easy cap with nobody from bottom frag there. But as soon as that happening, bottom frag knows, hey, we got to shift out to A flag, and we are going to be seeing that Sikwit and Cold are both going to be coming out. And I like this from bottom frag. They're sending Cold way out on the flanks. And you mentioned this earlier. It's like, why is he out there? Well, he can get some really good cross shots over on the side, sitting on the back side of trenches. And he should be able to pick up, so he was able to pick up.
There was the perfect flank.
Yeah, and should be able to pick up Syke here in just a second, because I don't believe Syke didn't even see him there. So nice job there from bottom frag, able to get both of those players out of that trench position. Longwill, the only one for Vivacity, he gets taken down trying to hold on to A. And once again, we're seeing a very strong hold on AB from bottom frag, pushing the Vivacity team up out of the buildings.
Yeah, the only one there is Vivacity Powell trying to hold strong in that western building in the stairwell. Cleaning things out, he does get taken out from above. Playing a little possum, did not see who that was. And Longwill is there. He's going to take him out and get revived, but he gets killed from the building across as Powell is still there. He gets the revive and finally Tailspin, cleaning things up for his team. So they will maintain control of Alpha and Bravo, do bottom frag. But Sikwit being aggressive, pushing up to Charlie, which Vivacity is left completely open. And at this point, we're going to see a triple cap from bottom frag. And this is absolutely what Vivacity does not need. Already down 86 tickets from the previous round and now under a full domination here in round 2.
Yeah, and one of the big reasons right now is they're not getting kills. Epic and Uni have yet to get on the board with kills. The highest kill that we have right now is Syke and Longwill with only 3 and 3. Now Longwill finally adding to that, getting 4. So not winning their frags, not winning their gunfights, and bottom frag right now is just out beasting them. 10 and 2 for Goodspeed. He is just going beast right now on this team. 8 and 2 for Tailspin. So they are definitely rocking it right now. And so Vivacity going to be on the back foot once again, like they were on the previous round the whole entire time. They are going to be making a slight push into A flag, but issue being is that they are losing. They're on the back foot. So as soon as A is going to be flashing, we're going to be seeing bottom frag pushing up towards C.
Yes, they did manage to take C, did Vivacity, and they're pushing over onto Alpha, but we're going to see a quick rotation by bottom frag, and it looks like they're actually going to opt to contest the Alpha push. There's Vivacity Powell with the overlook. He can't quite take him out from above. He does go down. There's another one there, and that's a double kill by, I think that was Goodspeed from the trench. He is now 13 and 3, just going ham right now on Vivacity. They can't seem to shake him. Let's see what he's rolling with. He is using the Ace 23 with the muzzle brake and the ergo grip. A little surprising to see the ergo grip. I tend to favor the angled because of the increased first shot accuracy, but maybe he's more into the run and gun, shoot from the hit fires. We do see Vivacity pushing up on to Bravo. It's Powell all on his lonesome, trying to take control of the 2 flag burn and make up some of this ticket deficit. They are flirting with losing this match. They only have about 30 tickets to play with. 86, the magic number for them, and they cannot drop below.
Yeah, and at a moment there we saw all flags being flashed for Vivacity, finally to be able to hold on to A right now. But I don't know. I don't think that's going to happen right now. As we're seeing, they're just not able to get on the board with these frags. 3 and 10. I mean, Syke, the only player on that last round that was able to do any good at all with their frags, is now in the double digits for deaths. So I think at this moment, Vivacity is really just they're just scrambling. They've hit that moment. Cartel does a really good explanation as to a moment where a team they no longer work together very well at all. They don't communicate. They're frustrated. They're mad. And I think that they have hit that point.
I think it's tilt, the term from poker when you get under someone's skin, and when the team is on tilt, that's exactly what's happening, Brett. Their communication breaks down, their individual positioning breaks down, and as you see now, it's completely out of the realm of possibility for them. Oh no, Vivacity picking up a triple cap here. Excuse me.
While they do have a triple cap, though, I mean, honestly, they're going to have to be playing perfect Battlefield for 150 tickets. I mean, that is a tall order against this bottom frag team, which honestly, at this moment, they don't have to be playing super hard. I mean, as long as they start getting their frags consistently, which they have been doing in this matchup, especially Goodspeed, who is now 16 and 6, doing a very great job, and Tailspin 11 and 3. So those guys have been picking up the frags for their teams. A is now going to be going into the possession of bottom frag. So I mean, honestly, they're not in that big of a trouble right now. 132 to 100. They have plenty of tickets to play with. And they are going to have C wide open right now.
Yeah, and they realize the magic number is 86, which means that 100 doesn't really mean anything other than the fact that they need to whittle off 14 more tickets. That's not that many as they are moving into C. We're watching from Good Speed's perspective, who is having a hell of a round thus far. Shooting through that pesky fence. He's got to drop a med pack. Under fire, he's got to move back, and I'm surprised he hasn't gotten onto the burn yet. Finally, he has a teammate there with him. They are going to get on the burn, take this flag quickly, and this could spell disaster for Vivacity and the end of their hopes of moving on. It's an AC hold, only 10 tickets to play with. A and B are flashing Vivacity. It's a 2-on-2 over on Alpha. Let's see what goes down. Epic 3D trades with Clorox. He's getting revived by his buddy Longwheel, who turns and takes out Tailspin. That's a nice play there. They need to get control of this flag. They do take control of Alpha, but it looks like that is going to be it because Bottom Frag did rotate and take control of Bravo. It's a one-on-one there. It's Good Speed. He is down.
And that's game. That's game right there. So GG to Bottom Frag for taking this match quite handedly, I might add. So that was a very, very good back and forth there, but Vivacity just not able to get anything going. They had a chance in that first round, but unfortunately they just couldn't get it out. And honestly, I think it may have to do with the fact that we're just seeing Bottom Frag scrimming and practicing. And as I said before, they're competing in a lot more events right now. We're seeing them compete in the ESL events. We're seeing them compete, scrim against a lot more of the EU teams. So that has a lot to do with it. And Vivacity right now is kind of being they're kind of stuck in their little bubble here in North America, which is a problem that we've had for a while now, is that you really don't have the ability to play those really, really good teams and learn from them. Being able to pick up their tails, how they play maps, all that kind of stuff. And it's just very, very hard to get any better.
Right, you're certainly only as good as your competition. And when, as we've said, the one beacon of hope, Exertus NA, has been pretty inactive as of late, getting retooled. And then teams like Bottom Frag, these guys are actually going to play in Europe. They're not that active in the NA community because they know that's what it's going to take to get them to the next level. So again, it is a question of accessibility at this point, and really the North American community, if it wants any hope of getting to that upper echelon with the European teams, they've got a long ways to go. But congratulations to Bottom Frag. Very nice performance by them in this matchup, taking Vivacity convincingly. Vivacity, again, no slouch. These guys are a decent team, just not quite on the level of Bottom Frag, who are hoping to potentially go toe-to-toe with some of those titans in the tournament, the European titans like Fnatic, Meet Your Makers, and Epsilon Esports.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, right now, guys, since this match is technically over, if you want to go check it out, No Mercy versus Slap is happening right now on the second Gaming Grids channel. So it's twitch.tv/GamingGrids2. So basically just put a 2 at the end of this URL and you'll be able to go check that out. Right now, it's going to be Dogbert and Exertus Revo who is going to be casting that. Exertus Revo belonging to the EU team of Exertus, who did end up winning their match against Assault Team. And they will be actually facing off against Fnatic on Saturday, like we were predicting. So that should be a pretty good back and forth right there to see if Exertus is going to be able to pull out an upset, or what's going to happen there. Exertus has kind of been they're probably they're one of the most solid teams that I've seen, but in terms of the EU standards, they are definitely, I would say, out of the top 8, they're probably in the bottom 8 of those teams. Not to say they're not bad, but they haven't had a lot of time to really get their team coordination together. They've had trouble getting a solid 5, from what I understand. And so we'll see how that's going to be playing out against Fnatic, who's right now the world's #1 team for Battlefield in some really good fashion from these last couple of Go4 Cups and EMS1.
Yeah, the thing that I've liked seeing about them in some of these past tournaments is that it's not like they haven't been tested. They've gone against the best, lost a round, and come back and won. So they understand adversity and what it takes to win, and they don't get frustrated if they potentially go down and lose a round to a team. They come storming back to take the victory, which is rightly theirs, because right now they're the best team in the world in Battlefield 4. As we do see, the final few tickets are going to be winding down in this matchup between Vivacity and Bottom Frag. Bottom Frag moving on to round 4. This is round 3 on Paracel Storm. Brett, what will the map be next week, and do you think it will play a role into who can move on in those matches?
Yeah. So next week we're going to be playing Operation Lockers, and absolutely the maps do make a difference. You have teams that are really good at lane style of maps where it's very constricted. You have very few options as to where to go attack these certain flags from, and it's a lot easier to set up and set up and get your frags and hold on to flags and make and a lot harder to make attacks on certain flags to break those setups, like Operation Locker, Dawnbreaker, those type of things. For this particular style map, it's very open, so yeah, it's definitely going to be playing a role into it. I would say that Epsilon is probably a Lockers team. They've done very, very well the last few times that I've seen them on Lockers, and I'm expecting some big stuff out of them on Saturday, of course. And if they make it, because they do have to play Nexus. I'm not saying that Nexus is going to lose, but I mean, come on.
We're just being honest, folks. We're going with our gut on these.
I would say that MYM is, they're going to have a really good match on that on Lockers. Lockers is not really their particular map. I think they've actually said that Zavad, or not Zavad, but Paracel Storm. This map is one of their best, I believe, and a lot of people can agree with that. And then so I think that it does play in a certain amount into how these teams play. Now, looking onto the brackets right now, obviously that is over. We are going to be having Exertus NA moving on, facing off the winner of whoever is going to be Nexus, BF4 SA, and Epsilon. And then we will have down in the lower below that, we will have whoever wins this Slap versus No Mercy match will be facing off whoever wins against Nexus, BF4 NA versus MYM or Meet Your Makers. And I think the Nexus and MYM match will be played on Friday, so we will be casting that one. And then Bottom Frag and AAA will be playing off on Saturday, as well as Exertus EU and Fnatic going off on Saturday. So some really cool matchups going on. And I believe we're going to be finishing up the tournament on Saturday. So if you do want to check out all of those matches, be sure to follow us on Twitter at Gaming Grids. As well as check out our website, gaminggrids.com. You can follow this channel for when we go live. Just hit that follow button right there. And you can also follow myself and Mess. You can follow me at BrettFX. You can follow Mess at MessBF. And we will be tweeting out when we go live, all that kind of good stuff. But so definitely looking forward to Saturday.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. It's been an interesting round of matches tonight. We saw a couple of extreme blowouts and dominating performances from the likes of Fnatic and AAA, while a bit closer matches in the next two, although still not really quite as close as we're probably going to see in these latter rounds as we see these top teams start to face off. Bottom Frag versus AAA is a match I'm looking forward to. Of course, Exertus EU and Fnatic, another one which would be quite entertaining. So, folks, you definitely are going to want to tune to those. If you enjoyed these, those are going to be even better on Saturday. So be sure to do what Brett said. Follow all those channels. We'll keep you up to date when we're going live so you won't miss a second of the action. Now, Brett, I don't think we have any more matches tonight, do we?
Do what Brett said.
Yes!
I like that.
Do what Brett said.
Do it. Okay, so anyways, so check out the other stream. That match, I believe, is still going on. And yeah, we are done for the night, so we appreciate you guys for coming out, and we'll see you next